Here is the minute silence underway in Tel Aviv as the city pauses to remember those killed a month ago today.
We are taking the minute silence that has been held across Israel this morning, a really important moment for a nation traumatised 1 month ago today in those horrendous Hamas atrocities where 1,400 people were brutally murdered. A minute's silence, in fact, broken in song by the communities gathering together in Tel Aviv.
Let's go to Mark White, who's been observing that with us this morning to see what he has to say. Mark.
Well, of course, the international community may seem that those events are fading somewhat since the 7th of October, but right here in the heart of Israel, they absolutely are not. The reminders are everywhere, with not just the photographs of the 240 odd hostages who are still being held, but families of those hostages at various locations around Tel Aviv, reminding people that this is very much an ongoing battle in terms of not just the operation to try to deal with Hamas, but the fact that there are these innocent members of the public still being held by this terror group in Gaza. And just before you came to me, actually, just as this minute silence was being observed there, we had another rocket alert, clearly timed by Hamas at that moment of 11 a.m. here local time. Just a month ago, exactly a month ago, those Hamas terrorists were pouring across the border from Gaza into those southern Israeli communities by motorbike, in pickup trucks, in paragliders, on foot, pushing their way through the security fence and into southern Israel to carry out the most horrific of attacks. More than 1,400 people murdered by these Hamas terrorists, among them women, children, babies, and of course men as well, and members of the security forces and the police who came to the aid of those people caught up in this terrorist attack. Israel does not want the international community to forget those events a month ago, but understands, of course, with the news cycle that the images that are coming out of Gaza are horrific. It is having a toll on the civilian population there, as Hamas is embedded into the civilian infrastructure throughout Gaza. It is, as well as a terrorist group, the controlling entity in Gaza as well. But the Israeli government just asked people to try to remember those events a month ago and why they are engaged in this long and bloody conflict over the border in Gaza.